Hi, I am Tom Olson, President and owner of the Good Success Mastermind community. I am so excited for you because you have taken the first step to fulfilling your purpose here on this earth. At Good Success, we want to focus on helping you figure out why you were created and help you reach your potential in that purpose. By opting in to the Good Success community, I believe you have taken the first step to reaching your purpose. I started Good Success because I was so sick of hearing everybody talk about success. See, for me, I can have a bunch of success. I can have a lot of success. I can have great success. But if I don't have good success, if I don't have the right kind of success, I believe I lived my life a complete failure. You see, many people teach that success is all about the fancy car or the house on the hill with a pocket full of $100 bills, right? But I don't believe that's true at all. Every person was created for a purpose. Every person was created with unique skills and unique abilities. I believe you are one of those purpose-driven entrepreneurs. You're a business owner and you want to figure out what is that purpose in your life and how do I reach my potential in my purpose. What I have found is that people struggle with three things. They struggle with fear, they struggle with pride, and they struggle with laziness. In the past, I have struggled with fear as well. In fact, in 2008, I believe I was given this dream to be able to flip the entire city of Gary, Indiana. But I sat on that dream and I didn't tell anybody about it for 4 years, and I'll tell you why. Because of fear, F-E-A-R. I was afraid. I felt that if I told the world that people would laugh at me. I thought to myself, man, there's no way I can flip the entire city of Gary, Indiana. There's no way that I can change a city from people moving away from that city to people moving to the city. There's no way that I can make Gary great again. But I was at a mastermind one time and I had a guy stand up and he said, guys, if you never tell anybody what your big goals are, you'll never create it. If you never tell anybody what your big goals are, you'll never make it happen. He said, you'll live a small life. And really at the end of the day, you'll live a selfish life because you're only concerned about yourself and the feelings of yourself. Or what if people say something about me? He said, if you want to live a big life and have a big dream and fulfill your purpose in life, you've got to tell the world what your big goals are. Why were you created? So from that day forward, I have told everybody my two big goals is to give away $1 billion and to help flip the city of Gary, Indiana. From that day forward, I have tried to live my life on purpose for a purpose. When I got started in real estate, one of my biggest struggles was trying to find private capital. And that's actually a struggle for a lot of business owners. It's not just real estate entrepreneurs. But I kept thinking to myself, man, I gotta find somebody that will loan me money. By going to masterminds, it has not only taught me how to raise tons of private capital. In fact, I have so much private capital right now that I have more access to capital than I can even deploy at a single given time. But it's changed my mindset on the whole entire deal. It's changed my mindset that when I'm asking for a loan, I'm not really begging for money. What I'm doing is offering an amazing opportunity. In fact, the amazing opportunity of lending is something that even I participate in today because I know how good of a deal it is to be able to invest in somebody who has paid back hundreds of millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars to investors over the years. Many of our members, when they come to us, they have the same problem. They're looking for ways to raise money, or they're looking to scale their business, or maybe they've reached their potential, or they're hitting their ceiling, or they're hitting their lid, and they've got to figure out how to expand their capacity. They got to figure out how to scale a business, how to build culture, how to network and find those fewer betters, how to network with people that are so much better than them that by raising their standard of the people that they hang around with, they're actually raising their own standards. The Mastermind provides the keys to every single one of those issues, and most of our members can't wait to come back for the next quarter. It's also my hope and dream that together as a mastermind community, we can help you make more net profit and be able to give way more. We believe if you help enough other people get what they want, that you will eventually get what you want. Listen, I'm human just like you. I have issues of pride, and sometimes I get bitter, and sometimes I have a hard time letting things go. I've even been called difficult. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. I am not difficult, I promise you. I do have a high care for people, and I believe that you need to focus on the heart of people. I think that is what we were created to do, not to get involved in all of these innuendos and all these assumptions, but to really focus on what people need and how you can add value to other people. The Mastermind also provides a forum to be able to stand in front of like-minded people that you believe, that you like, and that you trust. And it helps me. I'm a part of many masterminds outside of the Good Success Mastermind that I put myself in front of the room and I say, hey guys, call me out. Call out all my shortcomings and help me figure out what things I should focus on in my business and what's going to make a bigger impact on my business and how can I have a bigger impact on this world. That's the huge power of the Mastermind. One thing I have heard over and over again at Masterminds is this statement, and I've heard it probably 15 or 20 times in the last 2 or 3 years. Every time I go to a mastermind, I get $1 million idea. So just stop and think about that for a second. If you can go to a place where you can have $1 million idea once a quarter, is that worth investment of time? Is that worth investment of treasure? Is that worth, putting yourself out there? I think it is. In fact, for me, I have had businesses formed right there in the seats of the Mastermind. I have written down entire business plans. I have actually written down JV agreements, and I've created businesses that will reap millions of dollars in benefit for me over the next couple decades. Since 2006, I have rehabbed over 750 homes. I have helped investors purchase over 1,500 homes. We have done over 3,000 successful transactions. We have successfully flipped hundreds of these homes, and we have turnkeyed about 400 of these properties. I even came up with a program called Active Turnkey, which is basically the BRRRR method, but as a turnkey provider. I have a portfolio of about 75 homes, and we also own and manage vacation and corporate rentals. I own a development company that builds rental portfolios for investors, a construction management company that rehabs rentals for investors, and a property management company that manages hundreds of rentals for investors. But I have 28 employees, and I believe that those 28 employees are a much greater purpose for me than all of the houses and all of the things that I can say that I have done. I am so passionate on building business and building culture and putting systems in my business and creating momentum and creating future leaders and creating financial freedom for my employees and creating programs in which the community in which I live in can succeed. I believe that most business is similar. Whether you're in real estate, you're a dentist, you're a doctor, you're an attorney, you're a car salesman, it doesn't matter. Most business, they all run the same. They have 3 main parts. They've got sales and marketing, they've got operations, and they've got finance and admin. Every single company. I don't care if you're out there and you have a camera business or you are a photographer, you have those same pieces of business. At the Good Success Mastermind, we focus on trying to help you become more profitable and to help you reach your potential in every one of those areas. At the Good Success Mastermind, I love being part of the solution. I'm a lot like you. I have a passion for business, for people, and for real estate. But at one point, I was struggling getting plugged into the right group. I tried reading, I tried boot camps, I tried YouTube videos, I tried going to the local meetup groups, but there was just something missing in my life. I felt like I was just hitting the ceiling or beating my head against a wall. Have you been there? Then I found my very first mastermind, and things began to change super quickly for me. I brought my current business at the time from $500,000 a year in revenue to $5 million a year in just 18 months. What I can stand here and say today is that masterminds have been the biggest game changer in my career. I now own the Good Success Mastermind, and I get to help other people see that same kind of success. During this series of videos, I am going to teach you some of the most valuable things I have learned during my mastermind journey. Each video will have a PDF you can download so you can expand upon the topic that we will be teaching. Life is never going to be the same again once you find the right mastermind to be a part of. Why is the mastermind so powerful, you say? I'm glad you asked. There are many reasons for it, but the one that stands out for me is that masterminds are at the top of the food chain. Masterminds are the creme de la creme. They are the top of the top. And when it comes to education, yeah, you can read books, you can go to meetup groups, you can watch YouTube videos, you can go to boot camps, you can go a little bit better and get into mentoring and maybe group coaching, but at the top of the food chain is masterminds. So think about it. If masterminds are the absolute best of the best, who do you think hangs out at masterminds? From my experience, I have seen that it's also the top of the top. It's the creme de la creme. It is the best of the best people are at the masterminds. I believe that hanging around with fewer betters will help you become one of the fewer betters. If you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, let me ask you this question. What is your network worth? I've heard it said, your network is your net worth. So let me ask you again, what is your network worth? It may be time to invest in a better network. I think your network is the top reason and the number one reason why I believe masterminds are so powerful. We use The Power of the Mastermind, written by Napoleon Hill way back in the 1920s. The process in which we use to be able to help business owners and entrepreneurs figure out the problems in their business and solve them and get to greater heights so much faster is that same process. We all need one of 3 things. We either need encouragement, we need support, or we need to be challenged. The Mastermind offers all 3. This is not just a networking club. Although we do some networking, we always do something fun at our Mastermind to try to get out and be able to see people in a little bit of a different light than to just focusing on their business. It's really fun. But what the Mastermind is mostly all about is focusing on your business. How can we help you? The Mastermind is about sharing, it's about caring, it's about brainstorming, it's about getting up in front of a room, being vulnerable and saying, hey everybody, I need help. It's about getting out of our business so we can work in our business. Many times we can't even see the problems that are in our business because we are in our business, and we got to take a step back to be able to see the whole picture and see what's really going on in our business. So take a step back, go to a mastermind and look at your business from an outsider's perspective. This is one of the greatest powers of the mastermind, is to be able to see your business with clarity and understand these are things that are going right. These are things that are going wrong. These are things I need to change, and these are things I need to do right now. And oh, by the way, there's a bunch of people here to help me implement. But one of the other most powerful benefits of the mastermind is that we hold each other accountable. Accountability is something that's most needed, but most of us don't really want to focus on it. But I can guarantee you, I need it and you need it. I want to take a few minutes to tell you why we do business. We are a group filled with purpose-driven entrepreneurs and Christian businessmen and women. You don't have to be Christian to be a part of our group, but I do want to let you know it is the direction that drives most of our members. So what is holding you back? Over the years, I have heard these 3 main things come up over and over and over again. And I call it the 3 T's that hold people back: time, talent, and treasure. You might be out there, you might be saying, I don't have time to go to a mastermind, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not really ready to be in a mastermind yet. Time, talent, right? Or treasure. You might think to yourself, a mastermind group is really expensive. You can say that, that's fine. I'm going to address every single one of those concerns. I'll address number 2 and number 3 in the next videos, but today I'm going to just focus on that number 1 issue, time. You may be one of those people out there that are saying, I don't have enough time. And in fact, I just had one of my current members tell me this, and I'm gonna tell you the exact same thing that I just told my current member that said, hey, you've added so much value to my life, I've gotta go implement all of these new things that I've learned at the mastermind. I don't have time. So he told me that I've learned so much from you in the last year or two that I have got to stop going to the mastermind and start working in my business. And I had to say, wait a minute. You're talking out of both sides of your mouth. You said the mastermind was so valuable. I learned so much in such a short period of time. I learned how to not only just buy single family or duplexes or 4 units, but now I'm in the middle of buying my first 200 unit complex. And you're telling me that you don't have time for that? Do you think that we're gonna start offering less value? I don't think so. You see, you can work in your business and you can do tasks that you can probably hire out for $10 an hour or $25 an hour, 50, maybe 100. But you know what? The mastermind is worth thousands of dollars per hour. I just told you how most of the time I go to a mastermind and somebody says, bingo, I just created $1 million business. And that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly what the mastermind community did for this gentleman. They created a brand new $1 million business because he was at the mastermind. They saved years off of his time. They saved tons and tons and tons of effort and brainstorming and beating his head against a wall, figuring it all out because he came to a mastermind. So think about it. Where do you want to spend your time? Are you going to spend your time in your business on $10 an hour tasks, $25 an hour tasks, 50, 100 is okay, I guess. But don't you think at least once a quarter you can go spend a couple days on $1,000 an hour tasks? Let me ask you, how much is saving you years worth of time? How much is it worth it so I can help you, or the mastermind can help you figure out how to go from 200 units to 400 units in an 18-month period of time? You tell me, is it worth the time? Is it worth the investment of time? I believe that we all only have so much time on this earth. So if the mastermind saves you so much time, if the mastermind might take years off of your financial freedom plan, if the mastermind can save you headache, if the mastermind can give you the connections that you need and to be able to help you implement the systems that you need, I'm sorry, but I'm calling you're crazy. I'm saying there's no way that you can give me the excuse that you don't have enough time. You see, the simple truth is that you do have the time, and you choose where you spend your time. You can say, I'm gonna stay in my business and I'm gonna do those $10 an hour tasks, or you can choose to spend your time networking with the fewer betters and learning all the things in a 1 or 2 or 3 day setting that it would have taken you years to implement. So back to my phone call. I told the guy, hey, so what is it that you're actually going to do for the next 3 months? And he said to me, you know, I really need to raise money because I'm gonna buy this 200 plus unit complex. And he's like, I just need to focus and I need to work on how do I raise this money. And you know what I told him? I'm like, well, you know, probably the best place you can go to raise that money is at the mastermind. In fact, there's 3 people that are in the mastermind right now that as soon as I hang up this phone call with you, I am going to hook you up with, and you're going to be able to raise all the money that you need for those projects. And that's exactly what happened. He's already had conversations with these 3 people, and within a 2-minute period of time, we saved him months and months and months of time. So if that's you, and you say, I don't have enough time, what I have to say is, you know what? We only have so much time here on this earth. See, masterminds buy you time. I don't believe that you can take a shortcut. And I believe a lot of places, a lot of so-called masterminds or a lot of so-called gurus want to give you these get-rich-quick schemes. And I don't believe in that. I believe that you can't take shortcuts. But what I do believe is that you can buy speed and you can get there faster. And the way that I found to get there faster is masterminds. So again, if you're out there and you say, I don't have time. I believe you don't have enough time left on this earth to not join the best mastermind for you as quickly as you possibly can.